So hello everyone. Today we are going to start clustering. We have completed the classification in yesterday's lecture. So clustering is the new topic. We have seen regression. We have seen classification. Now it's time for understanding that what is clustering and how it works. So clustering is generally for unsupervised learning. So when we say unsupervised learning, it simply means that we tend to not use the ground truth, because in the supervised learning we have already seen in classification as well as regression, we have the target value. So when we have the target value, it means that we have the ground truth, we have that actual answer that needs to be predicted, and we can match it whenever we want to get the prediction, and then we can match it with the original answer. So that is not generally available in clustering, so that's why it is called unsupervised learning. And this means also that it automatically discovers the natural groups in the data. So it automatically discovers the natural groups in data. So the main task of this clustering is that it has to find the groups on its own. इसको अपने आप ढूंढना पड़ेगा. All the groups have to be found by own, and that's what is called basic clustering. And in this, one more thing, data points are not labeled. So when we say that whichever points it wants to do the clustering on, so they do not have any kind of label by default, they are not labeled as such. Okay, so these are the basic 3 points, and you can understand this by example. Let's say that we have few points here. Let's say these are few points, and we have these are some of the points. So we can easily make out as a human being, we can say that if these are the two labels, let's say x1 and x2 are the two features over which we have these points, so we can make this kind of a cluster that we are keeping them together, right? We are keeping it together. So if you have this x1 and x2 as the two features, and based on that you have some points within this, and you can easily say कि भाई ये दोनों अपने आप में आपस में पास हैं बट एक दूसरे से दूर हैं. So you can make these boundaries. ठीक है, अपने एंड पे you can make your boundaries. So this task is given to this clustering algorithm that it has to make the boundaries. अब ये जो इसका major objective है, the major objective, so major objective of clustering is to form the clusters maintaining two things. First point is low intercluster आएगा कि intracluster आएगा. If I talk about the similarity, it should have low intercluster similarity और intracluster. बताओ जी.
सर विद इन सेम क्लास के लिए
मतलब मैं ये कह रहा हूँ that it has the objective, दो काम करने हैं इसने. Our unsupervised learning method has to do two things. It has to maintain low intracluster similarity और intercluster similarity. यहाँ पे low intercluster आएगा. इंटरक्लस्टर क्यों आएगा? बिकॉज आई वांट कि मेरे ये दोनों अलग हों. ठीक है, एक क्लस्टर है अगर ये C1, ये वाला क्लस्टर है C2, तो ये दोनों में सिमिलैरिटी कम होनी चाहिए. इट शुड बी लो सिमिलैरिटी बिटवीन इंटर क्लस्टर, एंड इट शुड बी हाई इंट्रा क्लस्टर. वाई? बिकॉज विद इन द सेम क्लस्टर आई वांट कि मेरी बहुत हाई सिमिलैरिटी हो, तभी हम उसको एक सिमिलर क्लस्टर में बोल रहे हैं. यस और नो?
यस सर
ओके. सो here in the clustering we find the patterns. Main thing is that we are finding the patterns, or we are also looking for the structure of data. ठीक है जी. So we are looking into these two things. We are trying to find the patterns or structures of data, and based on this thing आपको idea तो हो ही गया now that what we have to do. So what do you think that what are the applications of clustering? Can you tell me applications of clustering? कौन कौन सी एप्लीकेशन हो सकती है बेस्ड ऑन दिस थिंग? सपोज आपके पास ऐसा कुछ है दैट यू हैव टू मेक दिस काइंड ऑफ क्लस्टर्स. सो इसका एप्लीकेशन क्या होगा? कहाँ कहाँ पे ये एप्लीकेशन यूज कर सकते हैं? देयर आर फ्यू एप्लीकेशंस, आई वांट टू डिस्कस देम. एनी
सर
आइडिया?
सेम ग्रुप को एक साथ वो
हाँ,
करना,
हाँ जी।
मतलब जिस क्लस्टर के वो क्या
नहीं,
बोलते हैं
एप्लीकेशंस,
फंक्शन।
एप्लीकेशंस रियल वर्ल्ड में कोई एप्लीकेशन समझ में आती है कि क्या हो सकता है? लेट्स से एक एग्जांपल मैं देता हूँ, इमेज क्लस्टरिंग। अगर मैं बोलूँ कि मैं इमेजेस की क्लस्टरिंग करना चाहता हूँ, सो व्हाट आर द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ इमेज क्लस्टरिंग? इमेज क्लस्टरिंग में वी कैन से वी लेट्स से दैट वी कैन डू मेडिकल डायग्नोसिस। ठीक है, मेडिकल डायग्नोसिस कर सकते हैं हम, सिमिलर इमेजेस को एक साथ रख सकते हैं इन केस वी हैव द ईसीजी इमेज और द ईईजी इमेज। सो हम सिमिलर इमेजेस को एक जगह पे रख सकते हैं। तो एक तो वो क्लस्टरिंग हो गया। व्हाट इज द अदर काइंड ऑफ इमेज क्लस्टरिंग? वी कैन आल्सो डू दिस थिंग इन एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल डेटा। एस्ट्रोनॉमिकल डेटा मतलब कि अगर हमारे पास कुछ गैलेक्सीज की फोटोग्राफ्स हैं, तो हम उसके ऊपर गैलेक्सीज के ऊपर क्लासिफिकेशन कर सकते हैं। या गैलेक्सीज कैन बी grouped together. So galaxies can be grouped together. ठीक है, so this is example of image clustering. What is the second example? एक तो हो गया, कोई और आ रहा है दिमाग में?
नो सर, मे बी सर डाटा एनालिसिस।
Data analysis, maybe you can say social network analysis, कि
यस सर।
कौन से किसके फ्रेंड हैं, तो आपस में उनके कनेक्शन बने हुए हैं, तो हम उसको क्लस्टर बोल सकते हैं, यस और नो? Similarly, we can also say if I want to do market segmentation करना है इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि किस टाइप की वेबसाइट है, तो वो मार्केट क्या है, इसको हम ये भी बोल सकते हैं दैट टारगेट मार्केटिंग। ठीक है, जैसे हम कहते हैं कि एज वाइज हम आइटम्स दे सकते हैं in recommendation system, and for the same thing we can also say that recommendation system is also part of this. Recommendation system works uh, by finding the clusters के सिमिलर चीजों को इकट्ठा करता है और रिकमेंडेशन फिर आपस में देना शुरू कर देता है। द अदर टाइप ऑफ एप्लीकेशन इज इन बायोलॉजी। इन बायोलॉजी यू कैन डू इट फॉर जीनोम क्लस्टरिंग। आप जीन्स लेवल पे भी सिमिलर चीजें ढूंढ सकते हो एंड यू कैन मेक द क्लस्टरिंग आउट ऑफ इट। द अदर एप्लीकेशन कैन बी इन एनएलपी। आप डॉक्यूमेंट्स की सिमिलैरिटी ढूंढ सकते हो, और मे बी यू कैन डू द न्यूज़ सिमिलैरिटी। आप न्यूज़ को आपस में एक जगह पे इकट्ठा कर सकते हो, और मे बी आर्टिकल्स, सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ आर्टिकल्स को एक जगह पे कर सकते हो। ऑल ऑफ दीज कैन बी क्लस्टर्ड, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ क्लस्टरिंग एनएलपी डोमेन का। You can also do city planning. Let's say you want to make some प्लान अबाउट सिटी के हमें कौन से एरिया में किस चीज की चीजें शो करनी है। लेट्स से देयर इज ए कलेक्शन ऑफ डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस इन द आईटी हब ऑफ द सिटी। सो इफ देयर इज सम सेक्टर, लेट्स से देयर इज वन पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर इन सिटी जो सिर्फ कंपनीज ही हैं वहां पे, तो हम एक तरह का कह सकते हैं दैट दैट सेक्टर इज काइंड ऑफ ए आईटी क्लस्टर। सो ऑल द कंपनीज ऑफ आईटी आर देयर इन दैट सिटी, सिटी प्लानिंग में काम आ जाएगा। Similarly, it can be also used for organizing the computing cluster. So let's say you have networking lab, तो आप उनके भी क्लस्टर्स बना सकते हो नेटवर्क कंप्यूटिंग लैब्स का, मतलब ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ ऑल दीज थिंग्स। सो क्लस्टरिंग काफ़ी जगह यूज होता है। क्लस्टरिंग हम मल्टीपल एप्लीकेशंस में यूज कर सकते हैं। all of these examples were part of that only. Now let's begin one small topic within clustering, and that topic name is evaluation metrics in clustering. So you remember that there were different evaluation metrics in classification, which was precision, recall, accuracy, confusion metrics, ऐसा सब था। ठीक है, similarly in regression there was R square, adjusted R square, RMSE, MSC. There were multiple kinds of evaluation metrics in regression as well as classification. Now what will you say in terms of evaluation metrics of a clustering? Now we don't have a ground truth, uh, not in every case, ठीक है, but still there are few cases where we have the ground truth and we still want to do the clustering. That is also one of the way, but evaluation matrix in clustering, generally the most famous one is the Silhouette uh, coefficient. So it is Silhouette coefficient. This is the most famous one. If you find any research paper or any application regarding clustering, Silhouette coefficient has a very high chance that it will be there to check the quality of the same. And also there is one method called Dunn's index. So these are the two different evaluation metrics, especially for the internal evaluation part. Internal evaluation matrix के ये दो method हैं. These are the only two evaluation matrix which are internal in nature, and there are more than 10 to 15 external evaluation matrix, but उसमें से we will discuss only three. The main three, the most famous ones are Rand's index, Rand's index. The second one being adjusted Rand index. ठीक है जी, इसको हम ARI भी बोल सकते हैं. And the fifth one, the last one, is the purity. So these are the few things that I want to cover today. I will try that we can complete all of these 5 evaluation metrics, वरना 4 तो पक्का हो ही जाएंगे. Fifth one maybe in next lecture. So by the way, this is the last lecture before the MST, right? Today is Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
इसके बाद तो सीधा फिर अब next week is the reading week and then you people have exams. So next lecture will be after nearly 20 days. Yes or no?
Maybe, sir.
हाँ, तो let's do one thing. We will try to cover all of these 5 evaluation metrics. At least the introduction of clustering will be complete. I will try to improve my speed. So there are multiple evaluation metrics in which are external in nature. So, but these are the most famous external evaluation metrics. So external evaluation metrics are these three which are most famous. But there are other also which can be mutual information (MI). Mutual information is one of the evaluation metric. There is normalized mutual information. एक और होता है which is homogeneity, but we will not go into detail of that. But just for the sake of telling you, uh, it is not that you have only 5 evaluation metrics, but there are others also. So we might use them or we might not use them, but just for the sake of telling, I'm telling you that internal evaluation metrics are only 2, external are multiple. So now I just want to show you that what is the difference when I say internal evaluation metric versus external evaluation metric. So what is the difference according to you? Any idea? क्या हो सकता है internal और external का मतलब यहाँ पे? So the difference is that in internal evaluation metric, they do the job without the ground truth values. So they do these internal evaluation metrics, they do the evaluation without any ground truth value. So they do not have access to the ground truth, without any ground truth value, and you just have the data points. So you can also say that you just have the data points. So you have only data points with which you have to work, and you don't have the original clusters. So आपके पास एक समान दे दिया जाता है कि these are the data points and you have to make your own clusters, and then you will also have to evaluate. For evaluating them, we have two methods I have already told: Silhouette method, and the other one is the Duns index. So we will be looking into the details of these two shortly. So it's just that they are internal because they do not use any ground truth. So external में क्या होता है? External में either it compares with the ground truth. So either it compares with the ground truth. So we have the ground truth on the back end. So if we use that, then it is external evaluation metric. And it can also be used for comparing two or more algorithms. So let's say that we have multiple clustering algorithms. So if you want to compare two or more different clustering algorithms, then it is also done by the external evaluation metric method. So now let's go into the detail of Silhout and Duns index method. So the first one is, which we will study in detail, it is called Silhout coefficient. So Silhout coefficient, it is one of the major evaluation metric within clustering. So whenever we are doing the clustering, Silhout का काफी high chance है that it will be there to evaluate the stuff. So now Silhout coefficient का definition देखते हैं. So it is computed for every sample. इसका ये आगे जाके ड्रॉबैक भी बनेगा कि आप हर सैंपल भी करी जा रहे हो, बट लेट्स सी. It is computed for every sample of the dataset, and it means that for all I belonging to the dataset, for all the items in dataset, it will compute AI and BI. These two values will be computed. ठीक है, ये दोनों हमने निकालने हैं, जहाँ पे AI का formula is this thing. Before the formula, I would like to write the definition. So it means that it is mean distance between a sample and all the other points. So it is the mean distance between a sample and all the other points within the same cluster. So this is very important. It is in the same cluster. This is how we will calculate AI. And this formula, अब अगर मैं इसका formula लिखूं, it means that for I equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n, my AI will be equal to mean. Mean क्या होता है? 1 upon all the values. तो हम उसका summation कर लेते हैं पूरे cluster का, पूरे items का, and it will be summation of all the distances between I and j, where my I and j are belonging to the same cluster, but I is not equal to j. So this is a condition, and this is how we calculate the value of AI. Now let's look into the calculation of BI. So my BI, what is it? It is mean distance between a sample and all other points. But the difference is in the nearest cluster, not the same cluster, but the nearest cluster. So यही एक difference है. आपने mean distance निकाला था पीछे वाले में within the same cluster, but this one is in the nearest cluster. आप अपने nearest cluster से match कर रहे हो, and the formula will be equal to minimum of, मैं समझाता हूँ इसको, 1 second, 1 upon ck, and it will be summation of d of ij, where my I is belonging to my cluster 1 and my j is belonging to second cluster, which is nearest. So this is the formula. Here what we are trying to do is we are getting the mean. ठीक है जी, mean लेना है, and it is between the nearest cluster and your current cluster. So there are two clusters, that's why ci and ck have been taken, ij, and also the minimum value will be taken out of it. So because I mean, this is one of the norm that we have to calculate this thing. You have to calculate this between the two clusters, and then you will also have to take the minimum value. So this is how my BI is being calculated. So if you have any doubt till now, you can ask, and also I will try to explain with the example now that how this my AI and BI are being or can be visualized in clusters. Let's say these are the three clusters. So within the same cluster, अगर आप within the same cluster multiple चीजों का आपस में mean निकाल रहे हो, distance निकाल रहे हो, तो within the same thing you are working on AI. तो because AI is calculated within the same cluster, you are getting the distance inside all the points in the clusters. तो जो भी आपका distance है वो within the same cluster है. But now if you calculate this value and you compare it with all the points in the second cluster or maybe the third cluster, so जो भी आपका ऐसे करके आप सबके साथ calculate करोगे, so whichever BI is coming to be the lowest, so in this case, all these values calculated will have few numbers, and similarly here also you will get the value of BI for multiple clusters. यहाँ पे जैसे k equal to इसको 1 बोल दो, इसको k equal to 2 बोल दो, तो हम पीछे k देख रहे थे ऊपर फॉर्मूला में. So different k will be there, and बेस्ड ऑन दैट हम मिनिमम वैल्यू देख लेंगे कि सबसे पास कौन है. ठीक है, तो दिस इज हाउ ये वाला, जैसे अगर हमने सिलेक्ट कर लिया नियरेस्ट वाला केस में, क्योंकि द डेफिनेशन वाज दैट यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट विद द नियरेस्ट क्लस्टर. सो नियरेस्ट के लिए हमने ये मेन लगाया था कि सबसे पास कौन है. ठीक है, तो आई होप द एग्जांपल इज क्लियर. एंड नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ दिस AI एंड BI, this is how we calculate the Silhouette coefficient for this particular cluster. So for every cluster, we will do BI minus AI upon max of BI comma AI. And for the whole data set, for the total Silhouette, so what we write as total Silhouette coefficient of the data set. So this is actually equal to SC, Silhouette coefficient, which will be the mean of summation of all the values that we get for our clusters from I equal to 1 to n. So this is actually my final Silhouette coefficient. Individually हम ऐसे calculate कर लेंगे, but in the end हमें average लेना पड़ेगा. This will be the mean, and the final Silhouette coefficient, the range will be, range of Silhouette coefficient should be from -1 to 1, where we say that 1 का मतलब है it is ideal. ठीक है, ये ideal है कि भाई ये best case है, and here very high highly dense cluster होगा, ऐसे लिख सकते हैं. highly dense clustering has been done here. अगर highly dense clustering है, then my Silhouette coefficient will have the value of 1. -1 का मतलब है that you are doing something which is totally incorrect, कि आप मतलब अगर -1 लेके आ रहे हो out of that formula, then you are doing actually fully wrong clustering. So total incorrect clustering means that your SC value will be -1. And when your SC value is equal to 0, इस केस में you mean we can say that my clusters are overlapping. So we have overlapping clusters when we have SC value equal to 0. So these are the three cases. The range is between -1 to 1. 1 अगर आया है, it means ideal है, it is very highly dense clustering हो रखी है. And if my value of Silhouette coefficient is -1, it means that totally incorrect clustering हो रखी है. And if my Silhouette coefficient value is 0, it means it is overlapping clusters. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, I will move to the next type of evaluation metric, which is internal only. But second type of internal evaluation metric is Duns index. So let's talk about Duns index now. कोई डाउट है तो पूछ लो. Computes the distance between each pair of object in the cluster and object in other cluster. अब ये क्या कर रहा है? It is actually finding the distance between the pairs of objects of one cluster with the other. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब ये है that if you have these three clusters, तो ये सारे के सारे पेयर बनाएगा. लेट्स से एक पॉइंट यहाँ से उठाया, कोई भी एक उठा लिया, लेट्स से दिस वन. इट विल ट्राई टू बिल्ड द पेयर विद एवरी पॉइंट इन द सेकंड क्लस्टर एज वेल एज इन द थर्ड क्लस्टर. तो ये पॉइंट्स सबके बनाएगा, मतलब पेयरिंग होगी बहुत ज्यादा. ठीक है. एंड इन दिस केस, so what is being said is minimum of all the pair distance will be selected. जितने भी आपने पेयर सिलेक्ट करे आउट ऑफ फुल डाटा सेट, जितने भी पेयर बने, ऐसे करने के बाद जिस जो हमारा मिनिमम पेयर डिस्टेंस आएगा, इट इज कॉल्ड मिनिमम सेपरेशन. सो दिस टर्म इज कॉल्ड मिनिमम सेपरेशन. ठीक है जी. And second point is we will also compute the distance between objects in same cluster it computes the distance between objects in the same cluster, and it will get and it gets the maximum pair distance in this. इसका मतलब ये है कि आप within the cluster क्या करोगे, विद इन द क्लस्टर आप सबके पेयर डिस्टेंस निकालो, और जो उसमें से मैक्सिमम है उसको सिलेक्ट कर लो. और जब आप उसको सिलेक्ट कर लोगे, दिस मैक्सिमम पेयर डिस्टेंस इज कॉल्ड द मैक्सिमम डायमीटर. ठीक है, इसको आप इमेजिन कर लो. लेट्स से आप विद इन द सेम क्लस्टर की बात कर रहे हो. विद इन द सेम क्लस्टर का मतलब है कि आपने यहाँ पे मैक्सिमम पॉइंट्स वालों को पकड़ा, उनका पेयर बनाया, और बाकी सारे उनसे कम होंगे. ठीक है, बिकॉज वो पास हैं. बट व्हेन वी से दैट इट इज मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस, तो बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट वाले जैसे कोई होगा, तो दैट विल बी द मैक्सिमम डिस्टेंस, दैट्स कॉल्ड द मैक्सिमम डायमीटर. अब इसमें हमने दो टर्म कैलकुलेट करे हैं, वन इज मिनिमम सेपरेशन, द सेकंड वन इज मैक्सिमम डायमीटर. सो माय डन्स इंडेक्स का फॉर्मूला विल बी, Duns index formula will be equal to minimum separation divided by maximum diameter. So this is the actual formula for calculating the Duns index value. ठीक है जी, अगर इसमें कोई डाउट है पूछ लो. Otherwise, I'm going to move to the next one. The third one is Rand index. So third one is Rand index. And Rand index का मतलब ये है that you have to measure. I'm audible? Uh,
Yes, sir.
okay. So RAND index means that we have to measure the it's required for measuring how similar clustering results are to the ground truth or some other algorithm. So that's the definition of RAND index. You have to measure to find how different clustering results are to the ground truth or some other algorithm. So usually it is same algorithm with the different hyperparameters. So I will show you that what does this mean. Let's say that we have n objects, or we can say that it is n data points. ठीक है जी. So if you have all these things, you will have to make pairs of n objects. अब यहाँ पे आप मैक्सिमम पेयर कितने बना सकते हो? कैन यू टेल मी द फॉर्मूला? If you have n objects, how many maximum pairs you can make? It will be nc2, and nc2 formula will be n factorial upon n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. If you solve this, you will get n into n minus 1 upon 2. So this is the maximum number of pairs that are available of n objects. So we have to calculate now two things, a and b. Now what is a? A का मतलब है it is number of pairs that lie in same set of C1 and C2. ठीक है जी. तो it is number of pairs that lie in the same set of C1 and C2, where you can say that your C1 and C2 are the two clustering algorithms which we are comparing. तो हम यहाँ पे दो क्लस्टर एल्गोरिदम्स हैं जिनको हम कंपेयर कर रहे हैं, एंड इट कैन बी वन क्लस्टरिंग एल्गोरिदम एंड अदर कैन बी द ग्राउंड ट्रूथ. तो यहाँ पे ये दोनों क्लस्टरिंग एल्गोरिदम भी हो सकते हैं. इट माइट बी द केस के ये भी क्लस्टरिंग एल्गो है, क्लस्टरिंग एल्गोरिदम है ये भी, and this one is also other clustering algorithm, and it might be the case कि ये वाला clustering algorithm है and second one is the ground truth. तो ऐसे करके हम मतलब इसको use कर सकते हैं for this kind of pairing. And my B is number of pairs that lie in different set of C1 and C2. So it was same set. The B1 is number of pairs that lie in different set of C1 and C2. ठीक है जी. So this is how we will get the values, and I will do the numerical also shortly on this. But this is how my RA should be. RA will be finally equal to A plus B upon NC2. So this is the formula of your RAND index, and this is how we calculate the RAND index A plus B upon C2. So let's do one example on this. Let's have a case study. Let's say that there are 5 objects, and for these 5 objects we have names A, B, C, D, E. And now let's say my first algorithm C1 is making the clusters as ABC. उसने ABC इकट्ठा कर दिया and उसने D और E को इकट्ठा कर दिया. So this is the kind of clustering that my first algorithm has done, and my second algorithm will do, let's say, clustering in a way कि इसने A और B को इकट्ठा करा and CDE को इकट्ठा करा. So these were the two clustering algorithms. First algorithm ने ABCDE ऐसे करके दो पेयर बनाए, और सेकंड वाले ने AB को इकट्ठा करके CDE को इकट्ठा करके. These are the pairings that have been made by the different clustering algorithms. So now what is the maximum number of pairs that can be made out of this? So if there are 5 items, 5C2, the maximum pairing that can be done is 10 if you solve it. And 10 pairs means that A comma B, A comma C, A comma D and A comma E, ये तो चार हो जाएंगे. And after that B comma C, B D and B E. So these are the 3 other, total 7 हो गए. And then pairs can be C comma D, C comma E, and final one D comma E. These are the total 10 pairs that are possible. Now what was the definition of A? A का definition was that number of pairs that lie in the same set of C1 and C2, and how many of them are there कि वो दोनों में है same set में. अब देखो AB वाला है, ठीक है, AB वाला है, और मेरा मतलब AB कॉमन है and DE भी कॉमन है. So there are two pairs that are available in my same ऐसे करके मतलब हम पेयरिंग कर सकते हैं कि AB और DE मेरा दोनों में अवेलेबल है. तो A वैल्यू आ गया 2 and B will be equal to 4. Why? Because if you go and check above, first of all, definition of B is that number of pairs that lie in the different set of C1 C2. तो in the given problem, अगर आपके पास ये सारे क्लस्टर्स गिवन हैं, अगर आप इसका सॉल्व करोगे, you will get the value of pairs as A comma D, which is in different one, A comma E is indifferent, and similarly BD and BE. So these are the 4 pairs that are in different clusters. ठीक है जी. तो A और B का वैल्यू पता चल गया, तो रैंड इंडेक्स का वैल्यू कैन बी A plus B upon NC2. तो वो होगा हमारा 2 plus 4 upon 10, which is equal to 0.6. So my rand index value has come out to be 0.6 here. यहाँ से one more thing I want to highlight, rand index का जो रेंज होता है, रेंज इज ऑलवेज बिटवीन 0 and 1, and 1 वाला is higher is better. So in this case higher is better. So हमारा जो ये 0.6 आया ये ठीक ठाक है, मतलब it is not very high, it is not very low. तो this is how we solve the numerical. If we have the 5 objects A B C D E और हमें pairing दी हुई है, so we will find A and B का value and then we will find the rand index value. So one last thing I want to cover today, आखिरी वाला तो purity वाला तो नहीं cover होगा, but I still want to cover one more. evaluation metric, which is called adjusted random index. So this one will be the last one that I'm covering today. Adjusted rand index. It is called ARI. And what does this mean? हम इसको कैसे करेंगे? First of all, I want to highlight one drawback of rand index. जो हमारा rand index था, उसका एक ड्रॉबैक ये था that it makes lots and lots of पेयरिंग. ठीक है, तो उसमें हाई नंबर ऑफ पेयर्स बन रहे थे, बहुत सारे पेयर बन रहे थे. एंड अगर आपके पास डाटा सेट बहुत बड़ा है, उस केस में वो बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम खा जाएगा इफ़ यू आर मेकिंग पेयर्स ऑफ एवरीथिंग. ठीक है, NC2 करोगे. सो इट मीन्स दैट इट इज़ कंप्यूटेशनली एक्सपेंसिव. So this is computationally expensive. That was a drawback of rand index technique. And because of this drawback, this ARI came into the picture. And ARI works by using contingency table. So it makes a table similar to your confusion matrix. एक contingency table होता है and it works in a way. हम बोलेंगे कि जी हम m into n का बनाएंगे contingency table, where my m is number of clusters by C1 algorithm, and my n will be number of clusters made by C2 algorithm, right? Or it might be ground truth also. So this is how my m into n will be made. And let's say that we get this kind of a table where we have this thing. हमने एक टेबल बनाया जहां पे हमने बोला कि यार ये मेरा 2 क्लस्टर्स हैं, और ऐसे करके जो मेरे क्लस्टरिंग पेयर बन रहे हैं, दिस वन इज गिवन बाय माय फर्स्ट एल्गोरिथम. जैसे हमने ऊपर देखा था कि ABC एक साइड पे आ गया और DE अलग साइड पे आ गया. एंड सिमिलरली एक और देखा था हमने सेकंड एल्गोरिथम. हमारा सेकंड एल्गोरिथम उस केस में क्या कर रहा था, AB को अलग रख रहा था एंड CDE को अलग रख रहा था. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ ए थिंग कैन पॉसिबली हैपन अगेन. सो फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर केस, जहां पे मैंने बोला फर्स्ट एल्गो ऑफ क्लस्टर वन, फर्स्ट एल्गो का क्लस्टर वन and second algo ka cluster 2. So when this value has to be filled, it simply means that first cluster of first algorithm and my second cluster of second algorithm, इसमें कितनी सिमिलरिटी है वो वैल्यू यहाँ पे हम डाल देंगे. सिमिलरली अगर सपोज मुझे चलो ये वाला उठा लेते हैं. इफ आई वांट टू डिस्कस दिस पॉइंट कि ये वाली वैल्यू कैसे फिल होगी, इट विल बी फिल्ड, इसमें होगा सेकंड क्लस्टर ऑफ फर्स्ट एल्गोरिथम एंड माय फर्स्ट क्लस्टर ऑफ सेकंड एल्गोरिथम. अब इसमें कितनी ओवरलैप्स आएंगे उसके बेसिस पे हम ये वैल्यू फिल करेंगे. एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज वैल्यूज कैन बी सेट के भाई लेट्स से दिस इज I, J. ठीक है, I, J में कुछ ये 1, 1 आ जाएगा. बट नाउ दिस I, J का मतलब है क्या एक्चुअल में? सो इन दिस केस ईच एंट्री I, J in this matrix denotes that how many clusters uh, or maybe you can also say how many clusters or how many common objects, not clusters, यहाँ पे common object ही आएगा. 1 second. So how many common objects, because we are talking about the object, not the cluster as it is, belong to the clustering algorithm I and clustering algorithm J. So these are the two clustering algorithms I, J, and in this each entry in the matrix denotes that how many common objects are there which belong to the algorithm I, clustering algorithm I and clustering algorithm J. तो I will quickly write the formula. थोड़ा सा complex है, but we will understand it using the example. Give me 1 second. So this is the formula. ARI is equal to summation of ij, where this will be Nij of C2 minus summation of AI of C2, and this will be summation of I, summation in multiplication, summation of J BJC2. So all these values divide by NC2. So this is the numerator only. थोड़ा सा बड़ा formula है, but bear with me. So we will actually solve this with an example. So summation IAIC2 plus summation BJC2 for the value of J minus summation of IAIC2 summation BJC2. So this is how it is, divide by NC2. So this is the actual formula of ARI. थोड़ा सा complex है, but still try to understand. And we will take, I will explain this formula now. Let's say that Nij की बात करते हैं पहले. Nij का मतलब है the number of clusters, in fact not clusters, I will say examples, not clusters, number of examples common in cluster INJ. So Nij is the number of examples common in the cluster INJ. When I say Nij, A of I here in this formula means sum of contingency cells in row I, and similarly my Bj means sum of contingency cell in column J. ठीक है जी. अब एक छोटा सा फटाफट न्यूमेरिकल करते हैं, देन आई विल रैप अप द लेक्चर. वैसे भी 2-3 मिनट रह गए हैं. So let's say that I have a table like this, A B C D E, A B C D E, and this is my second algorithm, this is my first algorithm. We have already seen this case earlier. So based on that we can say these will be the values. तो आप उसको अगर fill करोगे, you will find that these are the exact values that how many similar values are there. ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे ए बी है, ए बी यहाँ पे 2 जने मैच हो रहे हैं, तो सी यहाँ पे सी एक मैच हो रहा है, डीई और ए बी में कोई मैच नहीं हो रहा तो इट इज 0, डीई और सी डी ई में 2 मैच हो रहे हैं तो इट इज 2. इट इज वेरी सिंपल टू फिल. लग मुश्किल रहा था, बट दिस इज हाउ वी फिल. सो हाउ मेनी एंट्रीज आर कॉमन, हमने वो वैल्यू यहाँ पे सारे डाल दिए. एंड सम ऑफ रोज हम लिख लेते हैं. फर्स्ट रो का सम है 3, सेकंड रो का सम है 2. Similarly, columns का sum लिख लेते हैं. First column का sum is 2, second column का sum is 3. Now, if I calculate the values which I told that हमें ढूंढने हैं, ij है जैसे nij, तो nij का फॉर्मूला क्या था? nij was number of examples common in cluster I and j. तो यहाँ पे हम इसको फटाफट से सम कर लेंगे सबको. 2c2 1c2 plus 0c2 plus 2c2. So these will be the answers for naj. आप इसको अपने एंड पे भी करके देख लेना. इट इज 1 + 0 + 0 + 1. आई हैव ऑलरेडी सॉल्व्ड इट, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम शोइंग द रिजल्ट डायरेक्टली. Summation of AIC2 for value of I will be equal to 3c2 plus 2c2 plus yeah, that's all, not other item. But then if you solve it, 3c2 is equal to 3 plus 2c2 is equal to 1. This is 4. Similarly, my BJC2 summation of J is equal to 2c2 plus 3c2, which is actually equal to 1 plus 3 equal to 4. And the answer of ARI will be equal to, ARI के फॉर्मूला आप सारी वैल्यू डालोगे, तो जो हमने ऊपर फॉर्मूला लिखा है आप इसमें सारे वैल्यू डालोगे. तो आई हैव ऑलरेडी सॉल्व्ड इट, तो मैं डायरेक्टली सॉल्व करता हूँ यहाँ पे आंसर. ARI will be equal to, using all the values that we have solved, it will be equal to 2 minus 4 into 4 by 10 divide by 1 by 2 into 4 plus 4 and minus of 4 into 4 by 10. And if you solve this whole formula, you will get this value 2 minus 1.6 upon 4 minus 1.6, which is actually equal to 0.166. So this is the final ARI value we have got from this example, जहाँ पे we filled all the values here, we got the sum of rows and columns. उसको हमने यहाँ पे formula में डाला and I mean we tried to solve everything, sum of continuously cells in row I, row j, तो सबको हमने काउंट कर लिया कि किसका कितना है। तो जो भी वैल्यू हमने ARI में डाला, वी गॉट द वैल्यू फाइनल एज 0.166. so this is the final result. And now we will cover the purity configured matrix, not the configured matrix, but we will cover the purity evaluation matrix in the next class whenever it will be after your MSTs. So that's all. We have covered the basics of clustering कि ये होता क्या है, and we have also seen multiple evaluation matrix. We have actually covered the first 4 evaluation matrix that I told you in the starting of the lecture. Thank you. I am ending the session now.
Thank you, sir.